What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today we have a nice 4-game slate here, joined as always with Chrissair DFS. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm just watching the game right now, the Broglin game. Excited for the slate here. Only 4 games, so should be quick. But yeah, I'm excited.
Who's going to win this one, Broglin or the Suns?
Probably Phoenix.
Yeah. Did you play there were 2 slates, right? Was there an all-day plus an early slate? Did you play both of those?
Yeah, and then DraftKings has different formats, but yeah.
How are those going so far?
This game still has a lot of time, so I'm winning, but it doesn't mean anything right now.
But no exercise guys, so far?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't really looked, but yeah, just watching the game.
John Cotter says, Garry, audio. Is it too loud or something, my mic? Oh, it's low? What's low?
Yeah, I think it might be low because usually I have you way down, but now I have you way up.
Really? What about now?
It's the same to me. I don't know. Is mine normal?
Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello?
It's the exact same.
Or Chris is loud? I'm not sure. Is it wrong? Something wrong right now? Testing. Yours sounds
mine's normal then, because yours is... I usually have you louder, and now I have you... I usually have you quieter.
Oh, Okay, it says Hasty says sound is good. Chris is just louder than usual, and then JC says Chris is loud. Gary is soft. I don't know who is off.
I think you're off because, like I said, I usually have you at like 30 on my computer, and it's loud. Now I have you at 70, and it's how I usually have you at 30.
Let me check, because on OBS it says like it shows how much. I guess like how loud the DB is. What is that? Whatever that sounds for.
I think it might be better now. Maybe you were far away. I don't know.
Oh, is it better now?
That was better for like 5 seconds, but I mean, I don't know. I still hear you fine.
Crank up the gain. Is that too loud now?
Made no difference.
Oh, JC says it's perfect now, Chris. He just wants to get on with the show. I think it's good now. Okay. Just let me know if it's not good, because I want to get it right. Hopefully it's better now. I increased the gain a bit on the mic. But you can hear me fine, Chris? Is it fine?
Yeah. Well, like I said, there was like 10 seconds when it was normal. Now I had to turn you back up. So I don't know. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I'll check it out later. Yeah, we gotta upgrade the studio a bit more. But yeah, we got some guys in here. Got Brent in here. Got Ronald Jones, Chris, your favorite sniper. JC, Austin, Hasty. Who else? I think that's it for now. Busy Sunday. Yeah, let's get into the success, Chris. Turner here as well. What's up? Everyone is here on a Sunday, Chris. Sundays are busy days for DFS. Ghosty in here too, actually. He's got the new logo. He switched it to Ghosty YouTube again. Do you see this? You don't see it. He's got like a nice G logo. What's up, Ghosty? Rondo in here as well. Rondo says, Gary, hey Gary, it's a very small slate today, so lots of time to watch random videos. Probably the Rajon Rondo pass. I sent it to you on Discord. You're going to have to get Chris to send it to me, because I can't open it, because then Chris's face here would disappear. Do you have
send
it,
it to me, and then I'll send it to Gary.
Yeah. Ronald Jones says, what's up, Chris? 2 S's. That's old school. He knows you.
Yeah, I mean, my name is Chrissair with 2 S's, so
Yeah.
makes sense. But here, I'll send you the... Send it to you right now. There it is.
Okay. Opening it. Yeah, Ronald's been asking for us to open this one for a while. It's been like all week, actually.
Going with tomorrow.
Let's make it a bit bigger. Why is it so blurry?
I don't know.
This
was a very nice
going
pass.
with tomorrow
Yeah.
against Jokic.
Well, I mean, Cantor's the big man there. Cantor just gets lost on defense, so that kind of makes the pass a lot worse.
Wait, what is he doing? Cantor. So he sees his guy over here,
Tomorrow.
shuffles back, grabs him.
Well, he turned his head right when the pass came, so he missed it.
That's just a high IQ play by Rondo. Knows Cantor. Like, it's
Yeah,
like...
good cut by Paul George.
Yeah, I mean, not even... I feel like Rondo kind of led the cut there. It's such a good pass. Made it easy. You just saw the pass, kept going. That's a nice pass. That is high basketball IQ by Rondo.
Yeah, I saw that one live. That was very nice.
Paul Pierce vibes, Chris. Out of you or Rondo?
Paul Pierce? I have no idea. Who said that?
Hasty.
Out of who?
Huh?
Out of who?
I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know. He just said Paul Pierce vibes ... But Austin here wants us to open up the broken leg from the UFC fight. I don't think we should do that one. I watched it a few times. I already showed it to some friends, but I don't think... It's kind of brutal. Is that the worst one you've seen, Chris?
Worse in terms of what?
I mean, there's bad injuries all around in a lot of sports. That was a pretty bad one.
You mean worst I've ever seen in UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't like the way that he put all his weight on it after it broke, because obviously he didn't know it broke. But you could see him step, put all his weight on it, goes even further. So yeah, that's the part that was disgusting.
Yeah, that's I feel like it definitely made it like at least 2 times worse putting all that weight on it after. That's brutal. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't want to open that one. That was kind of gross, but hopefully he gets better soon. Do you think he can come back from something like that, like fight again?
Yeah, I think those injuries aren't too bad. Like especially if it's a clean break, I think it's pretty straightforward to fix. Uh, so I don't like those injuries aren't bad anymore. I mean, we've seen a bunch of players come back in other sports have no problems at all. But this guy's kind of old, so I don't know if he's going to retire.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Hasty says, "How about Kemba pooping his pants on TV today? Lols." Oh, that was what he said first. He said, "How about Kemba pooping his pants on TV today? Lols." Then he says, "Paul Pierce vibes." Then he says, "Cantor chucked him the pass." No. Then he says, "Kemba pooped his pants on TV today." Did he actually like?
I don't know. I know he went to the locker room. I didn't see or hear anything about that, but he did come back, so it could have happened.
We need to send T-Bay on this one. Those are his favorite types of NBA conspiracies. The Paul Pierce one, Thomas was like, he was one of like the figureheads for bringing truth to that one. He was always talking about that one for years. So I don't think that one's a conspiracy anymore, the Paul Pierce one, right? It's confirmed as fact.
I don't know, because, I mean, remember we talked about it. I had that thing with him. I asked him. He said no. And then on live TV, he said it was true. So I don't know. I think he like plays it up a little bit. Maybe it didn't happen. But I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell us briefly, anyone who didn't hear it before? You had direct access to him, and you asked. That was the question you asked him, right?
Yeah, I had like the FanDuel VIP thing with him. Obviously, not in person, but it was like a live stream, private live stream. So I got to ask him that, and I mean, he said it was something else. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said it was something else. Like there weren't a bunch of people there. It was like probably 50 to 60 people. So no reason to play it up there. But then on TV, he also said that it did happen and it's the truth. So that's why I don't know what to believe with that situation.
So Paul Pierce, he was just doing some like promo work, I guess, for FanDuel for like all the high stakes guys, like Chris over here. FanDuel giving rewards to their players, giving some like direct NBA access. So they had this thing where I guess they gave like the high stakes guys access to Paul Pierce for a bit, Q&A. And then Chris over here, one of like the 50, 60 guys, like he said, the question that he brought up was if he shit his pants in an NBA game. He was probably expecting like DFS, like NBA questions, like things like that. And Chris just comes out.
I didn't ask him like that. I asked him what happened in the wheelchair game.
Chris just comes out with the conspiracies. Oh my god, that's good. When was this actually?
Probably 1 or 2 years ago. It was before COVID. Actually, I think it might have been during the bubble because it was digital, obviously.
Yeah.
It was like a virtual experience. That's what they were marketing it as. So I think it was during the start of COVID.
Yeah. We got to check that one out, though. If you have the link for the Kemba Walker pooping his pants today, maybe we can open that one up.
I haven't seen anything on that, so I don't know if I can find the link.
Yeah, our keyword searches for today's show are going to be all like they're going to be off pooping pants. Like they do like some audio transcriptions for some keyword searches. So if this is the show that helps us grow, that'd be kind of funny. Well, yeah, Rondo says, let's go high IQ. He likes that one. Ronald Jones says, I'm thinking about going back to Samson if Bitaz, how do you say his name? Bitatse sits tonight, Chris.
Yeah, great play on DraftKings. Samson is a lock right now. Minimum price.
Yeah. Rondo says that Rondo is the smartest player to ever step on an NBA court. What would you put him up there, Chris? Number 1 or top 3, top 5?
I'd say, I don't know. I'd say top 3 that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just me. Like, all the players say it as well, so.
Yeah.
It's not just my opinion.
Yeah, we got Lamano in here. He says, Chrissair, always see you in the 50-50s. I know you always beat me. LOL.
Is that LaMelo? LaMelo Ball?
Lamano
Ball?
Lamano Ball. What do you have to say about that, Chris?
Say let's get on with the show.
Let's get on with the show. It's a short one though. Do you have any slates you got to crunch before the NBA one?
No, but I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. Sorry, I guess.
What else do we have? Hasty's just like on top of this. He loves this. Kemba Walker. He says Celtics tradition.
Yeah, Celtics tradition.
Oh my god. He says Jalen Rose reacting was insane. Lols. Tonight is Samson if Goga sits from Ronald Jones. Rondo says that's nothing compared to the UFC fighter who pooped her pants. Lol.
Oh, that was disgusting. We saw her fight like last week as well. So yeah, that was gross.
Yeah. Hanson's in here. What's up, Hanson? Asking for some help. We're all good for helping people. It's a lot easier to help during the show when we can answer like it's a lot easier to answer like one question for a bunch of people than like individually. Everyone asking.
Hanson is asking for help.
Yeah, DFS help. I'm just kind of.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't appreciate Rondo saying that. Like, I have a vivid picture of that now. The Paul Pierce thing. It wasn't actually on the floor with the UFC fighter. It was on the mat for the rest of the night. So, yeah, you should not have brought that up.
I don't know that one, so I'm sorry about that. This is probably the worst. You know how you said when we went over players who might sit out, and you said that was the worst thing we've ever done on the show? I feel like this probably tops that. Definitely. Yeah, this is the worst thing we've done on the show. Yeah, Hans's question, more than happy to help everyone. So just a lot easier when we can kind of answer it in a group setting where everyone can see the same questions, just so you don't have to like repeat the same questions. And then on top of that is why we have like the optimizer here, our projections, all of that, because we do have all the different slates, all the projections for that. Same stuff Chris here would use. So it's just, pardon?
What's his question?
Oh, it was just a message that I got from another, just a fan. I just showed it to Hanson earlier, so he's kind of bringing that one up. But I'm just saying that's why we have this here, because it's a lot easier to help more people out when you have one, an optimizer, two, projections for that, and everyone can sort of come together around that. So that's my response to that. World King's in here as well. What's up? Lamano says he's overrated, Chris. Hasty says better late than never. And then Lamano says, because I was running RR, that's why. What's RR?
Rajon Rondo? I don't know. Was that in context with?
I'm not sure. I'm all over the place here. But apparently Hanson's hooked on DFS now. T-Bay says, just have this feeling it's going to be a K-Love night tonight, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, small slate. Yeah, definitely don't mind Kevin Love tonight.
Are you a little quiet now?
Put my mic away a little bit. Am I good now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, let's jump into the success, Chris. So I guess we're starting over here. I think this is the right one to start out. Dakota. Oh, he's saying Roto Radar. Do you know about Roto Radar?
What about them?
He's saying because he's running Roto Radar, that's why I guess he was losing to you.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, you should check us out. Try us out. It's solid. Like, we've got a good product here. There's a free trial as well. So 3 days completely free if you're a new member. So you can just try it out, see what it's all about. But if you don't want to do that, just follow along with the show. That's what we use here every day. So you can see our projections, see how our optimizer works, see the lineups that we land on, and then see for yourself what we're all about here. But I'm going to say it, the sharpest projections in the game. So always improving, always getting better. But yeah, check us out. But yeah, back to this, Chris. Dakota here, 150, 300. This is baseball action yesterday, early slate. crushed it there. Nick over here, missed this emoji. 116, 210, killing it. Got you, Chrissair DFS over here. DK NBA main slate, you did 1,600 into 3,500, and then UFC 900 to 1,700. Why didn't you ship it, Chris? What happened here?
What do you mean I doubled up there?
Well, usually you get 10K in UFC. Where's your 10K?
Oh yeah, I didn't get yesterday. Had a lot of the guy whose leg snapped in half in his first kick it snapped. So yeah, I had a lot of him. And yeah.
Yep.
I still had some really good lineups in the top 100. Like I had some good chances. The Chinese fighter at the end lost as well. She was a pretty big favorite. Had a bunch of her. She got knocked out by Thug Rose. So yeah.
Were there a few Chinese fighters yesterday? I thought there was a male man Chinese
yesterday
fighter.
There was like 5 or 6. Maybe they were flying together on the national plane, headed to Florida. All got in on the same UFC card. So yeah, there were a lot yesterday. It was pretty surprising.
How did they do? Do you know? Like overall?
I think they lost. Like I think maybe one of them won. They were all favorites, but I think they all ended up losing.
Oh really? Maybe the flight. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the quarantine. I don't know. Who knows? But I think it's a good thing to see some international stuff with UFC. International sport, make it a bit bigger. That's always a good thing, I think, for sports. But yeah, solid stuff there. Didn't get your 10K, but you got to wait until next Saturday to get your 10K. So next Saturday, I'm sure you'll get it. But yeah, next up, Snow. He did main slate NBA on FanDuel 40 to 56 there. So solid stuff. Pucks on DraftKings. This one's crazy, 18 to 130. So that's nice stuff. Is this why you enter some tournaments, Chris, as well as cash? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think he enters. I don't know. He enters like quintuple ups or something because in his NBA he had like a really good lineup here and he barely won. Not this one, the other screenshot. Yeah. So I mean, I wish I landed on this team. This was the optimal. I switched on to Luka. I was looking at the chat a little too much. People were saying Luka got me off of my own plays, I guess. But obviously I made the decision in the end. But yeah, we'll get into my FanDuel lineup soon.
Yeah. So Lamano Ball here says Roto Radar. Then DJ here, new guy. I haven't seen DJ around. He says Roto Radar is fish. What does that mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Fish. T-Base says, did I get a nice new haircut? I think has he seen me? Have we played basketball with Thomas since I got the haircut?
I think so.
I think so as well. But yeah, same haircut as before. Just grew out a bit. But yeah, Guido's Barbershop on Lonsdale. That's the place to go. Best in town. It's been around for ages, so check it out. Guido's Barbershop if you're ever in Vancouver. But yeah, let's see. Mano says that's why he's here. First day here. I am going forward. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. So anyone new here, if you guys are first time tuning in, I guess we'll get into the format. But format we usually do, we just go over the success from last night, whoever posts it. Then we do some analysis, some homework on our cash lineups, our optimal lineups, pretty much what Chris played. So it's not always the number one optimal, but we just go over our cash lineups using Chris's contest. So we do that, kind of do our homework, see what went wrong, if the thought process was the right one for the previous slate. Then after that, we go game by game. So we go over all the injuries. Chris talks about his favorite plays, what he likes in each game, team by team. And then after that, we do 3 key plays. So tournament play of the day, cash play of the day, and then value play of the day. And then after that, we go over some cash cores that Chris comes up with. And then we just go over some roster construction stuff at the end of the show. So we do that every day. Every day there's an NBA slate 2.5 hours before. So always free. Always answer questions. So if you guys have questions, just bring them up throughout the show. And then Chris here can answer them. So if you don't know who Chris is, he's a one of the sharpest guys in the industry, high stakes DFS guy, so he knows his stuff. So lots of value here. You can ask questions directly with Chris here. So good show here. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Hasty says, all about making that bank. Agree. Rondo says, it was a nice kick by Rose. Did you see that fight? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing yesterday. I mean, first time with fans, probably the best card I've seen ever. Because obviously I've only been watching for a year now. But yeah, that first fight of the night, first fight with fans, was absolutely crazy. Probably the best fight I've ever seen. It was two girls, and it was just crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see the first fight, but I watched probably like the second or third one or something like that. But yeah, like you said, I wasn't into UFC prior to like all the sports being shut down for a bit, because I think UFC was one of the first ones to kind of start back up. So that's how I got into UFC, and it's quite a bit of fun actually watching it. Never thought I would enjoy it this much, but it's honestly a really fun sport to watch, especially for DFS.
Yeah, the card was absolutely insane. There were so many emotional moments, just goosebumps. After the Rose fight, she was very emotional. Yeah, a lot of people shed some tears after that fight.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch that one. But yeah, like you said, like I haven't seen a fight with fans live before, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, we got some more questions. We'll go over them as well, just because it's a small slate here. Well, we always do, but we'll go over that first. So let's see. Mano says, learned the hard way. This show go live around the same time. Yeah, answered that. So 2.5 hours before every slate. So every single day, if there's an NBA slate, we'll do it. Vian Jones says, happy Sunday, fam. Got a win in the Boston Charlotte showdown, so I'm back. Did we go through that? I don't think we saw that. Or no, he doesn't post, does he?
Who? Vian Jones?
Yeah.
He's not a member, is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we extended his win. Vian Jones, if you want to get in, because you've won our giveaways before a few times, so if you want to try it out, just create your account and then give me your email and I'll upgrade it for you, so you don't even have to put your billing info in. Rondo says yesterday's card was fire. Michael Barkley here says, got a little upset because I didn't answer it right away. He says, hello, I asked a question, why you ignore it? Like 10 question marks. Didn't ignore it. We're getting around to it. He says, is Bobby Portis a good play on FanDuel tonight, Chris?
No, he's not.
No?
I mean, unless they rest, but he's not a good play.
This guy's a savage. He asked that question like a minute ago. Didn't answer it yet because we were going through some other stuff. Then he asked why we didn't answer it. And then Rondo says that I answer the questions in order. Haven't seen it yet. He says to Rondo, go work on your jump shot. We talking DFS here. I like it. I like that. Let's see. I think that's it. Mano says, great card. Early prelims were fire. Agree. It was a good one for sure. But yeah, I think that's all the questions for now. So we can go back to this here. T-Bay. Oh, we have... Nice. Got VN Jones's info, so I'll upgrade that for him. But yeah, T-Bay up next. He did 8-14. He's been on a streak, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's killing it. I love it. Like the bankroll management, the discipline, all that stuff. Like I always say, bankroll management is just as important as having sharp projections, making sharp lineups. So bankroll is key as well. Don't underestimate that. So shout out to Thomas, managing his bankroll the right way, growing it with time, patience, all that stuff. So yeah, solid stuff. Love to see it. Nick here, 62 into 82. This is baseball. Woozy face. Why the woozy face, Chris?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Michael here, Chris. He says, you guys think you are two experts. He says, you guys think you are experts. Guess what? You're not. Just two fools.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, we are two fools.
I'm surprised. Mikal Bridges is being an exercise guy. So, I mean, I'm watching the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just running around doing some exercise.
Yeah. But yeah, two fools with some solid results, Chris.
I mean, mean, we need to stop giving him so much attention. That's what he's here for. So yeah, just move on.
Moving on. MMA here. I was trying to ship it, Chris. Got jealous of your results, so I played some. I think on FanDuel broke even, but the contest there was pretty bad, like the 5-cent one. I think first place was like $100 or something. Like there was like no interest there compared to like NBA.
No, that's you always say that, but I mean, 5 cents to 100 is a bigger like ratio of winning than the big tournament, even because I mean that one's like $10 to 10K. So yeah, yours is proportionally way bigger.
Yep, guess so. Not VN Jones. That dude here, what did he do? $5 to $9 UFC action. Yeah, solid stuff there. Let's see that. Turn and burn. 122, 350 pucks on DK. Ooh, do you see this one, Chris? This is a nice one. This is baseball, 241 into 1400. That's awesome. This is, I'm guessing, the main slate here. Yesterday.
Yeah, I missed that one, but yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. Shout out to Turn and Burn. Then next up, he did Night Slate NBA 127, 306. Solid stuff there. UFC. For some reason, I only saw this one actually. I missed these. But yeah, UFC 75, 164, 12, 115, 60 to 107, 12 to 68, and then 30 to 50. So he's all over the place. Solid results there. Love to see that. All up from here. I think this is John Cotter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 55, 140 pucks main slate on FanDuel, and then main slate NBA 235 to 580. So solid stuff there. I think this is what you said. The contest selection was a bit different, right? For the high score.
What do you mean?
Who was it? Was it Dakota? No.
Oh, you mean? Oh yeah, it was Snow. Because yeah, Snow always enters like bigger, higher upside contests.
Yep. Yeah, this one's solid. 235, 580. Awesome stuff there. Then Aiden, every sport, every slate, every site. 48 to 84. 48 to 100, 10 to 20, 10 to 30. Yeah, lots of stuff from Aiden. Solid stuff. Every slate, every sport. Always busy. So shout out to Aiden. But yeah, I think that's it. Let's see where we are at with the chat here. So VN Jones, I got your email, but the one thing you have to do, just go to our site. I don't think you have an account created. So yeah, VN Jones, go to our site, click join DFS Crunch, and then over here, set up your account with your email that you gave me, and then set up your password here. And then let me show you. So do that, and then when you get here, you don't have to fill this out. But you have to create your account just so I can upgrade your account. Make your account here, and then just send me a message. And then after you do that, I can upgrade it for you. So just sign up first, and then I can do it for you. But yeah, let's see. Ronald says centers on FanDuel, literally waiting on injury updates. Turner here, what's up? This chat's kind of busy today, Chris. Some talk here about the sassy guy. Let's see. Who are the best power forward plays on FanDuel, Chris?
Giannis. I like Giannis a lot as a spend up. I think it's pretty easy to get to him. We have Harrison Barnes with no Fox. We have Love against Washington. Nance against Washington. Draymond as well. So we have a few options. No one obvious, but I do like spending up for Giannis as of now.
Nice. So you want me to ignore this Michael guy, Chris, or should we bring up his other questions that are decent?
Let's see. He says, explain why he isn't a good play. Well, I mean, he's a good play whenever Giannis, Middleton, Drew sit, but we don't know if they're sitting or not yet. So we'll have to wait for that news. If they're out once again, in the back-to-back, then he's a good play. But you just don't need him now. Like there's a lot of other good options at power forward. But yeah, I mean, as I always say with people like you, I have contests posted both sites. All stakes all the way from like $5 to a few $100. Bunch of contests. So if you can only afford 5, you can get in my contest. If you can afford more, which you probably can't. I mean, I don't know. Just stick to the $5, and yeah, play me, have some fun, and then yeah, we can go from there.
Put your money where your mouth is, Chris. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, play Portis. If you play Portis, I'll send you a head-to-head up to, I don't know, 5,000. And yeah, we can have some fun.
Yeah, getting some requests to ban this guy. We'll see. I don't think we've ever banned anyone though, have we, Chris?
No, I don't think we need to ban him. I mean, he's here for attention. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, no bans here. But I mean, if you bring up any other questions, Michael, more than happy to read them out. So it's all good. But yeah, let's keep going. Hasty says, as a group, we win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Go. DJ's laughing. BC says, when the Nuggets play lock the goat, Facundo, Campazzo, Thomas. Wait,
yeah.
Who's calling Campazzo Thomas here?
I don't know, but
who is this?
I don't know who BC is.
Me too. Yeah, I thought you were looking to figure it out. Thought you were going to say something. But yeah, don't know who BC is, but what's up? VN Jones upgraded your account, so if you refresh your page, you should have access here. And then I'm not sure if you're in the Discord. So if you're in the Discord, let me know it's you. I'll also upgrade it for you as well. So send a message in the Discord. there's a link in the video, actually, in the description. Also on our Twitter, first one here. So join the Discord, and then I can upgrade it as well. So it'd be good to have you there, because I mean, you're always in here. You've won the giveaways, and you haven't been with us. So it'd be fun to have you there. But yeah, let's see. Hasty Lamano says PG, Sumner, or TJ, Chris?
I'll say TJ, but I don't think you need any of those guys. I think point guard is a spend-up spot tonight. So guys like Curry, Brogdon, Westbrook even, rather just spend up.
Yeah, and then T-Bay here says, who is calling me out? Who is BC?
Yeah, I mean, maybe BC's name is Thomas, and he's just ending his message with his name. But yeah, he's saying lock in the GOAT, Campazzo.
Yeah, he also says, BC says Campazzo's hairline is crisp.
Yeah.
Does that also kind of sounds like something Thomas Bay would say too? Lamano's asking about Garland, Chris. Last question here, I think. Then we can get into the slate.
Yeah, really good play. No Sexton. Great matchup against Washington. 7-3 on FanDuel, 7-2 on DK. So it's a little bit expensive, but he's been paying off that price tag. So I have no problems paying for him. But like I said, I'd probably still rather get up to some of the guys above him.
Okay. Yeah, 4-game slate here, Chris. Got through all the comments here. Solid start today. Busy day, actually. This is one of the busiest days we've had, I think, in the chat. So
yeah, we
that's awesome.
still have to get through my contest. So
yeah. My bad. So this is the homework segment that we do. So kind of going over our thought process, kind of from yesterday's slate. So if you tune in every day, it makes a bit more sense. But let's go over your lineup here from yesterday, Chris. Didn't cash here. What went wrong here?
Yeah, so go to the other team, 376, because that's the team I was originally on. Yeah, so it was a 3v3 here. Luka, Hardaway, Brooks versus Murray, DeRozan, Clarkson. Everything else was the same. Had to get these Houston guys in. We were talking about them all show yesterday. But yeah, we got news that KP was out. So I thought that Brunson would actually be starting for KP. They ended up starting Hardaway, which I didn't love. So I had to leave like 1,100 on the table here to go down from Brunson to Hardaway. But I didn't hate it. I still thought it was a fine pivot. I really wanted Armani Brooks here. I knew he was going to be popular. He was just too cheap in my opinion. I thought he was going to play 40-plus minutes. So I wanted to get him. But obviously it didn't work out. Like Luka had an awful game. I think he had 15 fantasy points in the first quarter. I think he had a good fourth quarter or something like that, but no stocks, 6 turnovers. So pretty rough day from Luka for his price tag. So that was, I guess, a bad decision. Hardaway didn't do too well either. He had the usage, but he just wasn't hitting his shots. But yeah, probably should have stuck with the optimal here with Murray, DeRozan, Clarkson. Obviously would have had a great night on both sides then, but still able to make some money back in some head-to-heads here because I had obviously a really high score, 333. But yeah, didn't work out in these 50-50s.
Yep. You want to go over anyone else, or is this kind of the two here, main ones?
Those are the two because that's what I was considering.
Okay, and then DK, you did win here. Where was it? Yeah, so DK did well, 1,600 here, 35 for you. Yeah, what went your way here? What was the difference for you?
Yeah, so this team was kind of weird because I wanted to get Jakar Sampson in, but DK was having problems before lock, so they had the Indiana-Detroit game locked already. So I messaged them right away. They said that they would do like a stop-loss thing, so if I ended up losing any money, they would bring me back to breaking even. So if I lost $500, they would add $500 to my account. So yeah, that was fine, but that's why I didn't play Jakar Sampson here. I wanted to get to him. He was starting. He was minimum price, just like today. So I wanted him, but didn't land on him. So I was kind of lucky with that, actually, because I landed on this team instead. There was like a 2v2. I think it was Clarkson and Dozier versus Sampson and Butler. So just a little bit of a 2v2 there. I mean, Dozier, he went off. Butler had a good game on the other side. Clarkson had a decent game, and then yeah, so Clarkson was my low-owned guy here. Had to get these Houston guys in. We had the guy just messaging us all day yesterday, saying, "Oh, are you still on the team with 4 Rockets and Jokic?" Yeah, so that guy was messaging me. I think he was messaging you all day long as well.
Yep.
But yeah, today he told me he won like a bunch of money yesterday, so I told him to sign up for the optimizer. Because I mean, I'm not gonna. He was asking a ton of questions. But yeah. Anyways, this lineup kind of built itself. Other than the 2v2, as I was saying, had to get these Houston guys in. Jokic, just a free square. Broglin locked him in my core yesterday. So yeah, this lineup was pretty simple in terms of the guys that had to get in there. And like I said, the 2v2 didn't really matter because I think the other side cashed as well. I think we saw Nick have it. But yeah.
Okay. You're in the... I don't want to read these chats here from Michael. He's got a buddy here, Austin, as well. Just because I want to stay on topic here for the show. But are you seeing these, Chris?
Wait, Austin is his buddy?
No, different Austin. Not our boy Austin. Different Austin.
Oh, let me read these guys. Let me give them some attention here. He says... Oh, Deshaun says, "Thank God I faded Luka." Oh, wait. "Go outside, man. You're pale AF." Yeah, I am pretty pale. I definitely need to get a tan. He says, "Get a sun tanning bed or something." Yeah, I mean, maybe in the winter, but I need to get outside more. I agree with you on that one. Austin says, "Who are these losers? They are ugly AF." Yeah, I mean, I'm with you there. Michael says, "Austin, these guys are total losers. That guy's nose is the size of Brazil." I like that one. Definitely don't mind that one. I think that's a pretty good one. Brazil's a big country. So yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that you could read these because they're entertaining, but I just don't want to keep bringing them up during the show for the other guys here, just so we can stay on topic. But I don't want you to miss them because they're pretty good. So,
I like that one.
Yeah, keep it open so you can see that. But question here, real question from BC says, "Why don't they give Campazzo more touches? Jokic ain't even that good." That's a tough one actually with Jokic.
Yeah, I mean the entire offense runs through Jokic. Campazzo, I'm not a big fan of Campazzo, honestly. I think he's a decent role player, but yeah, I don't think he needs more touches.
Yep. And then T-Base says, he says, "Man, do I have to play Russ the Clown today in my lineups? It's starting to look like it. Can't let my emotions get to my decision-making process today." What do you have to say about that one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just play the best plays. That's what I have to say about that one.
Yep. Mano says, any cheap centers on FanDuel, cheap shooting guards, Chris?
I like Looney on FanDuel as a cheap center if you need to go there. There's someone else in that range. Let me see. I think the other guy. Let me see. One sec. Do you have any? Oh yeah, you have it open here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, Okongwu. So Okongwu is depending on if Capella plays or not. Capella's questionable. Okongwu's 3-9 as well. So Okongwu is there, but I like Looney right now.
Yep. What else? This is a good question, Chris. If you guys are top pros, I'm not a pro, by the way. Why do you have 200 subs, Chris?
Well, I mean, yeah, like Garry said, Garry doesn't play much DFS, but yeah, I play a lot of DFS. Probably play more in a day than you play in probably 2 months. So, I mean, I've never seen you around. Most people know my name in the industry, in the lobbies. I have no idea who you are. So, yeah, I mean, sub count of DFS Crunch has nothing to do with that at all.
Yep. Anyway, let's move on though, because we got to get through the content here for the guys tuning in. Yeah, VN Jones wants to put these guys on ignore. Yeah, let's ignore them. Maybe leave them in here for now in the chat, but let's just stay on point, Chris, you and I. But yeah, so 4-game slate here, Chris. What's your favorite news today so far? Any favorite teams to target, players to target?
We just got Terrence Ross ruled out, which is pretty big because he was cheap on FanDuel. So he was a value guy for me on FanDuel before. He was questionable. But yeah, now he's out. So that kind of changes things on FanDuel. Makes it harder to get up to Giannis. But yeah, Kings are the spot to target today with no Fox. Good matchup against the Warriors. And then on the other side, the Warriors against the Kings. We love targeting the Kings. So those are two of my favorite situations here.
Are you going to place any bets for the Ross news or no?
No, the books already kind of like they don't really give out lines when guys are already questionable.
Okay. Let's get into it, Chris. First game. What is this? Cleveland, Washington. Let's go over Cleveland first. So we have Dotson marked as questionable, Sexton out, like you already brought up. Projected starters: Garland, Coro, Dean Wade, Kevin Love, and Jarrett Allen. So T-Bay, Chris, you already brought up Kevin Love night here. Probably to do with the Sexton news being out. I know Allen has been priced down quite a bit on FanDuel. DK is like, I think, 1K more, something like that. But what's the best way to take advantage of the Sexton news here today?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to take advantage of it too much. It does open up some extra shots, obviously, for these other guys like Garland, Love. I think it helps those guys the most. I'm not going to go out of my way to prioritize them or anything like that, but they are really good plays against the Wizards here. Wizards are always our favorite team to target this season. The Cavs here are only implied to score 110, so it's not a crazy number, not crazy high at all. So I'm not going to go out of my way to get these guys, but I think Love is viable. 6K on FanDuel against the Wizards, no Sexton, so like I said, more shots to go around. He's 6'6" on DK, so that's a little too expensive for me. Don't love it there. Definitely like him more on FanDuel. Garland, he's more of a tournament guy, I think, just because we're kind of loaded at point guard today on this slate. We have guys like Westbrook, Curry, Brogdon, just a bunch of other guys who are a little more expensive that I'd rather get to. Garland can be volatile for sure. And then we have Jarrett Allen as well. Jarrett Allen is 6'1" on FanDuel, another guy that's a better price tag on FanDuel, so he's 7.1K on DK. So if I'm playing him, I'm going to do it on FanDuel. I think he's a solid play there as well. Really good matchup for him. So it's going to be these high usage guys in Love or Garland if I'm playing one of the guys from this team, and then maybe Allen as well on FanDuel.
Okay. Before we do Washington, Chris, some questions here. Let's see. Lamano says Tyrese for sure tonight, Chris.
Yeah, Tyrese he's a lock on both sides.
Okay, and another question from Lamano says, is Okoro going to get some extended minutes tonight?
Yeah, I don't mind Okoro. Probably going to get a few more minutes. He's 3.6 on DK, so I don't mind that price tag in this matchup, but more of a last piece value guy.
Okay, and then Roll King says he likes Russ tonight. Stat sheet stuffer, Chris.
Russ. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mentioned him a bunch. He's a lock for me on DK.
Okay, and then question from Michael. He's saying, who's the best cheap plays on FanDuel today? We could sort it by value, Chris, or what?
Yeah, so it's probably going to be like it's sort of a mid-range build today on FanDuel, just because we have these Kings guys who are popping so much. So like Tyrese, 5'8", I love him. Not really considered a cheap guy, but he's probably one of the top value plays today. Looney, yeah, we have Looney second. He's a center though, so you don't really want to lock in a center as your value play because obviously there's opportunity costs there on FanDuel where you can only pick one. But we have some other guys like Harkless, 4K, don't mind him. Buddy Hield, 6'5", Harrison Barnes, 6'4". So I like these Kings guys a lot if you're looking for value. I don't know if you need to spend down to like a 3.5K guy today on this slate. There just isn't much. There isn't need to do that currently.
Yep. Let's go back to the slate here. Let's see. Lamano's just saying, Chris, for the record, his questions are related to cash games. Just so we know. Solo says Mulder from the shoulder. Do you know what that is, Chris?
I hate Michael Mulder. I hate watching that guy play.
What else? T-Bay says, Koro's such an exercise guy, just runs suicides basically up and down the court.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then Mano says, Gary Harris, Kennedy, or Bacon.
Gary Harris, Kennedy, or Bacon?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I'll say Bacon or Harris. I don't know. I don't really want to play these guys, but I'll say Harris, I guess.
Okay. Let's go through Washington here. So Hachimura, only guy marked as out today. Projected starters, Westy, Neto, Beal, Bonga, and Alex Len. We've kind of talked about the Beal scoring title narrative, kind of going up for it with Curry, kind of battling it out end of the season. Every game sort of counts here. So I guess that's something to keep in mind. But you kind of said that he's been good for 30 plus every day for like the past every game for the past 2 years is what you said to that. So you said it's not too much of a narrative there. But who do you like today, Chris, on the Wizards?
Yeah, so on the Wizards, it's always the spend up guys. Just because Russ and Beal, they just do everything for this team. So I love these two guys. I'll say Westbrook is probably more viable for me on DraftKings. Obviously, the scoring system fits them better there. I feel like I say it every time I talk about Westbrook, but less points for turnovers. You got the triple-double bonus, so I like him more on DK. He's $100 cheaper over there as well, so it's easier to fit him in. You have the util slot, you have the guard slot, so you have 3 places that you could put him in instead of only 2 on FanDuel, so that makes a difference. So I like playing Russell Westbrook on DraftKings, and then on FanDuel, I like Bradley Beal more. He's 9.2K over there. We're not getting him at that 8K, mid 8K price tag like we were getting him at for the past few weeks, but on a 4-game slate, you have to overspend on some spots. Like we don't have insane value, we don't have insane studs like we do on bigger slates. So I think Beal's a good play here. Wizards, they're always viable just because they play so fast. They're implied to score 117 points here, so Beal's good for 30 plus, like you said, and then he's good for a few stocks, few rebounds, few assists. So I like him a lot for his floor. I think he's definitely viable in FanDuel cash. And then Neto, he's the other guy that I don't really know. They priced him up a little bit. He's been playing really well. 4.3 on FanDuel, 4.8 on DK, so he's a better play on FanDuel as well. We were getting him at high 3Ks for the last few slates. So I don't mind him on FanDuel as a value piece, but I think I want to spend up for both point guards there.
Okay. DJ says Anthony Gill starting. Does that really matter, Chris, for you?
Yeah, I saw that as well. It doesn't really matter. Maybe on DK where he's 3-3, but at the same time, we have these Pacers guys in Brissett, Goga, Samson, who are all cheap. Samson is the minimum, so I kind of like him more. Gill, he's an exercise guy. I think I've played him once in his first start of the year. So yeah, I don't feel great about Anthony Gill, but you can use him for value if you need someone in the 3.3K price range.
Yep. T-Bay or Lamano first says don't want to play them, so I won't. I guess That was to his previous question. T-Base says, hot take, don't think Beal's a top 5 shooting guard in the NBA. He says top 3. Beal and Russ, 2 overrated wizards. They're basically muggles.
I think Beal is a... Did he say top 5 or top 3? Which one?
First, he said top 3. Top 3.
I think he's up there. Top 5 for sure. I don't know about top 3. I can't think of everyone off the top of my head. So I don't know about top 3, but I think top 5 for sure.
What do you want out of your shooting guard? Like someone who can score? Someone who can play defense? Isn't that Beal?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, do you consider Harden a shooting guard? Do you consider him a point guard? There's a lot of good players. I'm not too good at ranking them.
Yeah, me too. We need a noosh for that. He's our DFS crunch rank expert. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know if he's in here, but if we had him in here, he'd have that list for sure. Let's see what else. Mano's asking, any love for Harkless tonight, Chris?
Yeah, I like Harkless a lot. I think he's a really good play on FanDuel at small forward for 4K, like we were talking about with that other question before. We don't have like really cheap guys today who are popping a lot. So I think Harkless for 4K on FanDuel is a good play. On DraftKings, also a decent play, 3.8K over there. So I don't mind that either.
Yep. Solo says, no Ross, no Ennis, Anthony Gill will start. Then he's asking, what is Luguentz Dort's real name, Chris?
Lou. No, I don't know. Isn't it Luguentz? Isn't that his full name?
I think so. Is that not? Yeah.
I think his nickname is Lou.
Lou Dort?
Yeah.
Jones says, y'all got to stop bad-mouthing my Wizards. Is anyone doing that? I feel like you always defend them. Like I think it's just Thomas Bay here who badmouths them. But I think the only thing we say is we like to target teams going up against the Wizards because of the pace, right? But other than that, you say they've had like a slow start, but they've been playing pretty well lately. He's
just talking about Thomas. Thomas hates Russell Westbrook, and Thomas just made the comment on Beal, so that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. I think Solo Diaz actually testing us. He says it's not Luguentz Dort. He says it's wrong. So I wonder what his real name is.
Maybe some French name.
Yeah. Mano says Kevin Huerter a good play today, Chris. I think we're getting Gallinari. He's kind of coming back, right?
I'm fine with Kevin Huerter. Gallo doesn't affect him too much. Trae Young is still out. Huerter, I think he had like 4 steals last game. Let me just check. He had 5 steals last game, so that kind of carried him to 37 fantasy points on FanDuel. But he's priced fairly with no Trae Young, so I definitely don't mind it.
Okay. Let's get into this game, Chris. Milwaukee, Atlanta. Bucks side first. We have Kruger's questionable, Bryn Forbes questionable, PJ Tucker questionable. Projected starters, Drew Holiday, DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Brook Lopez. Anybody here, Chris, going up against Atlanta that you like?
Yeah, so I was talking about Giannis earlier. He was pretty easy to get to when we had Terrence Ross on this slate because he was so cheap. But now it's really hard to get to someone like Giannis because Terrence Ross was one of the best value plays earlier. So I don't know if you can get to Giannis anymore in cash games. It's probably very difficult if you're playing someone like Steph, if you're playing someone like Brogdon. Before you could get all 3, now you can't. So I don't know. I don't love Giannis here anymore. Just hard to fit him into builds on both sites. I prefer Russell Westbrook if I'm spending up that much. I mean, if you land there in tournaments, I don't mind it. Obviously, we know the upside that he has, but I think in cash games, you don't need it here today. And then when Giannis plays, we're usually not too interested in the other Bucks just because he demands so much usage. He gets most of the rebounds. So yeah, I'm not too interested in the Bucks here.
Okay. Solo says good win, Thanasis, Cade Cunningham. You're just throwing out names right now?
I guess so.
And then Luguentz Dort, Chris. I thought that's his real name. Like, what are we supposed to find here? Luguentz Dort.
Dortris, I like that nickname.
Dortris. Lou the Beast. Yeah, that's his name. Unless Solo knows something here. He says Cade Cunningham equals Lou Dort, Chris.
Yeah, Lou Dort is a beast. I mean, I was trashing this guy last year in the playoffs because he couldn't shoot, but I mean, he's a beast. He's trained a lot in the offseason on his shot, on on his offense. I mean, he was a good defender last year. But yeah, this guy's a beast now.
Yeah, he was the Harden stopper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good at that too. Fun to watch as well. T-Base scratching his K-Love prediction, Chris. He's saying it's summer 16 time tonight. Draymond is about to gun for 20 assists.
Yeah, I like that summer 16, but I mean, I still like Love a lot. 6K against the Wizards. I know Thomas is a FanDuel guy, but yeah, Draymond's a really good play as well.
Yep. Mano here says, just made a lineup while listening to this. I'm running it in cash. Crossed his fingers. Stay tuned till the end of the show. We'll go over what Chris likes there, his favorite plays as well. So you'll definitely get a lot more at the end as well, so you can kind of make the best decision. Hasty says, Lou's going to be in the league for a solid decade. Sean says he's a beast. Like, how do you say this guy's name? The main fighter yesterday, Usman.
Yeah, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, Kamaru Usman. So he's saying Dort is a beast like him.
Wait, who said that?
Deshaun.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Yeah. Solo says, okay, maybe it was false news. The Dort name being not Dort or Luguans. I wonder what he had though. He was so eager here. Quiz us all. But let's go over Atlanta, Chris. Cam Reddish out for them. Hunter out. Tony Snell out. And then Trae Young is out. Is he out for the season?
Trae Young, no, he's out for a few games. Okay. Season.
So, I don't know. Yeah, Trae Young out. Chris Dunn is doubtful. Capella questionable. So right now left with Bogdanovich, Kevin Huerter, Solomon Hill, John Collins, and Clint Capella if he is in. So we kind of know a few guys who are out already confirmed for the Hawks. But on top of that, Chris, we have the Capella questionable tag. Is that something that would kind of change who we would also target here on the Hawks today?
Yeah, that's pretty much the only news that would make me interested on the Hawks here. It's a tough matchup against the Bucks. I think if Capella's out, they'll start Okongwu once again. Got the start last time we played him on DK. He was minimum price at 3K. He was popping in all the optimals once we got that news. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see on Capella. Goodwin as well. Obviously, Trae Young is out. They didn't start Goodwin last game, so projections kind of lowered on him. So we weren't on him last time just because they didn't start him. He didn't play too many minutes, only 21. So if he starts, I think he'll be a decent play. Not on FanDuel where he's 5K, but maybe on DK for 4.2. He's also priced up. So I'm not really interested in this team. Maybe guys in tournaments like Huerter, we talked about him a little bit. Bogdanovich, Collins, if Capella misses the game. So, I mean, a bunch of these Hawks players depend on the news we get with Capella.
Got it. Let's see. Solo says Solomon Hill. Chris, do you like him today?
No, I don't like Solomon Hill ever.
Okay. And then, yeah, I don't know if you can see this chat, Chris. Mike, maybe if you want to respond to that, you can. But
wait. I'll open it up. But he's still in here. That means we have some good content. If he's saying we're bad and he's still in here, what is it, like 20 minutes later? So
or it just means he has nothing better to do with his time. It's one or the other.
He says, if you a top pro, send me a lineup. I'll play it. If I don't cash, I want you to refund my dough. So this guy was saying he was making fun of some of the members for playing $10. And now he wants a refund for whatever cash lineup.
Yeah, 25 or even the free trial that we have. Like,
I don't know what this guy's on about.
That's true. Deshaun says, feels like a Chuma Okiki night, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I like Okiki a little bit, especially with Ennis and Ross being out. I don't think he's a lock or anything like that, but I think as a last piece, he's pretty solid.
Yeah, I love my boy Chuma Okiki. Picked him up in my season-long fantasy. Had to drop him, though. But, yeah, hopefully it is. Solo says, never played Tatum on a Sunday slate, Chris. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I played him on FanDuel today. Didn't do too well, but luckily my other players from Charlotte did well.
Yeah. Let's see. Lamano says, Curry Wiggins, Chris, or Westbrook Huerter?
Curry Wiggins or Westbrook Huerter. What site is that?
I think FanDuel, if I had to guess. I'm not sure.
I'll go Curry Wiggins if it's FanDuel. If it's DraftKings, probably Westbrook Herter, but I don't love Herter on DK.
Yeah. Hasty says, I think Hill could be a move today, Chris. Why does Hasty like Solomon Hill today? Just the guys being out or what?
Well, he got the start last time out. He played 35 minutes, but I mean, he's an exercise guy. He's the definition of an exercise guy. That's why I don't want to play him. He's 4-1 on FanDuel, DraftKings. He is 4-1 as well. So I mean, he's priced where he should be for what he does.
Yeah. And then Solo says Kennedy from Orlando, Chris.
I mean, if you think that they're like full out tanking, which they pretty much are, but even then, like he played 24 minutes last game. He was hitting his shots, went 7 for 11, 26 fantasy points. So I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna hit that many shots again today. He's the guy that's Mayo actually played with him. He's from Princeton.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, Lamano, Chris, he's FanDuel guy, FanDuel Cash. So that question was for FanDuel Cash. So we have that. But yeah, next game, Chris, Pacers, Magic. Going over Pacers first. So Sabonis out for them. Lamb, Bitatse, and Dougie McBuckets all questionable. So 3 questionable guys, and then Sabonis out. Projected starters: Brogdon, Sumner, LeVert, Brissett, and Sampson. How are you going to approach the Pacers today, Chris?
I'm probably going to just wait for the news. I mean, all these guys are great plays with Turner, Sabonis out. And then if we get Goga out, if we get McDermott out, if we get Lamb out, they all become better plays. So I don't know how to handle it now. I have no idea if they're going to play or not. It's the back end of a back-to-back, so maybe they'll rest McDermott, who played yesterday. Maybe they'll play Lamb, who rested yesterday. I have no idea, but I'm interested in these guys. Even if Goga plays, I'm still interested in Jakar Sampson, Brissett as well. I think he's still a decent play. These guys are more viable on DraftKings, these value guys in the front court for the Pacers, just because they're cheaper there. So like I've been mentioning a few times on the show, we have Sampson for 3K, we have Goga for 4.2, we have Brissett for 4.8 here. So much better plays on DK. I think on FanDuel, I haven't even considered them. Let me see. Brissett is 5.3. Goga is 5.3, and Jakar is 4.2. So you don't really need to play any of them on FanDuel, I don't think. Maybe Goga if he ends up starting and playing. But other than that, I don't think you need those guys in the front court on FanDuel. The guy I'm interested on FanDuel the most is going to be Malcolm Broglin once again. He's 8.2K over there. On DraftKings, he's 8.7. I've been playing him for the last few slates with Sabonis and Turner sidelined. He's been playing very well. Just doing everything for them. Him and Karis LeVert. I think I said it yesterday as well. Karis LeVert is like the tournament guy for me from this team. Brogdon is the cash guy. So I'm going to say that once again. It's not a great matchup against Orlando, just because they play pretty slow, but their defense has been worse for the Magic. So it's still a pretty good matchup. They're implied to score 115 here. So I do like playing Brogdon in FanDuel, in cash games, and then in tournaments I like LeVert a lot on both sites.
Okay. On that question, Lamano had Chris Curry Wiggins or Westbrook Herter. Deshaun said he likes the Curry Oubre. Sorry, he says Curry Oubre for him over that because he says he doesn't trust Wiggins after the choke on the layup.
Yeah, I don't like Wiggins either. Don't love Oubre either. I mean, they're both around 7K on FanDuel. I mean, you have to play the Kings guys, in my opinion. We have Buddy Hield at small forward. We have Harkless. We have Halliburton at shooting guard. And I think Beal is a good play on FanDuel in cash games.
Okay. And then Mikey here asked the question twice. Really eager for an answer, Chris. He says, who is Brissett and is he a good play tonight?
He's a decent play. Like I said, he's better on DraftKings where he's 4.8K, but he's been getting a lot of minutes. If Goga is out once again, then he's going to be probably a lock for me on DraftKings and a decent play on FanDuel. But if Goga is in, I'm probably going to use him as a last piece on DraftKings and cash games.
And then the question, who is he, Chris? We always pull up players, actually, so that's not too far-fetched of a question. Do you know him?
I mean, I've played him a few times. He's won me a lot of money. So, yeah, I know him, of course.
Canadian basketball player, Syracuse Orange. What is he, 22, 6'7"? What's his scouting report for you, Chris? Why did my Raptors give him up? Is he a solid player?
He's like a Jakar Sampson, a hustle guy. Blue collar player, rebounds the ball well. gets layups. Just like a around the rim guy, dunker spot, stays in that range.
Nice. And a Canadian boy. Love to see it. Lots of Canadian guys coming up in the league lately, hey?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Let's see what else we got. T-Base says, only Wizards players I like are Denny and Raul Neto. I love Raul Neto so much. He looks like a younger me out there. He's just a dog, like a German, in brackets, Brazilian shepherd.
Yeah, I like Neto too. He's a solid player, I think.
And then VN says, Thomas Bay is no NATO. Get off my lawn, Wizards. Yeah, Michael here with the same comments here. I hope you can see these, Chris. Soul's asking for Canadian. Yeah, live in Canada, but I guess not technically Canadian. Russian here for me and Chris. Vancouver boys, though. Solo says, if so, you guys sleep on Dort. He is Canadian, Chris.
Yeah, I was definitely sleeping on Dort earlier, but I mean, he's been crushing it, so I'm not sleeping on him anymore. I played him last slate against the Wizards. He looked great.
Yep. Let's go over the Magic. So we have Otto Porter out, Carter Williams out, Ennis questionable, Carter Jr. questionable, T. Ross. Ennis is out and Ross is also out. So we got that. Projected starters: Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Bacon, Chuma Kiki, and then Wendell Carter Jr. if he is in. Actually, sorry, Wendell Carter, Chris. We do have him confirmed in, so he is in. Anything on the Magic for you today?
Not really. Like, it's kind of a situation similar to what we've had with the Thunder. I think some other teams as well, where they're clearly tanking now. They're giving a lot of guys minutes. You don't know who it's going to be. Like, we know the safest guys like Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter, Okiki, but they could play these guys fewer minutes on a random day. So I don't know. I don't feel great about them in terms of prioritizing them, but I think as last pieces, the guys I mentioned are probably fine. So I think Okiki will probably be my favorite Magic here on this slate. He's 5'3" on FanDuel. I think he's also 5'3" on DK. Yes, he is. So I don't mind someone like Okiki on this slate. Cole Anthony, maybe. I think he's 6'5" on FanDuel, so I don't love that price tag. DraftKings 6'7", so it's pretty expensive for him, but he's been playing pretty well. So if you want to go there, I don't blame you, but I'm probably not going to. Just don't really love this team. Like I said, last pieces, I'm fine with it. Okiki's my favorite guy, but I don't know. I just don't want to play them.
Okay. Lamano says LeBron reminds him of himself. Lamano's asking Chris, I think we've had this one a few times though, but good center on FanDuel. You've already said it, I think, a few times, right? Or did you go over like value centers?
Yeah, FanDuel center is kind of a last piece position today. There's not really any standouts. I like Looney if you're spending down. Jarrett Allen 6'1", I like that as well. Okongwu, if Capella ends up being ruled out, I like him in tournaments. So it's kind of a last piece position here today.
Okay. And then what else? Hasty says, Chris, on Lou Dort, he says, is this true? He's been pumping Dort to these boys, to us, for years.
I mean, Hasty pumps all the Canadians up, so I mean, he definitely has been pumping up Lou Dort for sure.
For years, though?
I don't know about years, but probably since last year in the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely from the playoffs. But I don't
he was
think I
a rookie
remember.
last year. I don't think he was talking about him before. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let's see what else. WW Fresh says, can you take a chance on Len at 3.5, or is it too risky? He does have some upside games sometimes. Yeah, definitely he does. But yeah, what do you think of Len, Chris?
No, I can't take a chance on him. They clearly like Daniel Gafford more, so I mean, Len, he has no upside for me, in my opinion. When Gafford and Lopez are healthy, I can't play Alex Len, no.
So when he had his last big game, that was in March, was it the last one? March 21st?
Let's see.
I think he played
April 9th against Golden State.
April. Oh yeah, 31 there as well. But yeah, you can see he had more minutes there. So is that just because he was playing well? I mean, it's kind of a while ago. I don't really remember. Do you remember, Chris?
Yeah, Gafford wasn't on the team back then.
Okay. So that's a no for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Dominate 07 says, do you play single entry DFS, Chris?
Yeah, I play one lineup. I put it in single entry stuff. I put it in a few of the bigger tournaments as well. Cash games, obviously, double ups, 3-mans, 50-50s, head-to-heads. So I put it in everything.
Okay. What else? Solo says, if I was to compare myself to a ball player, I would say Derek Jones Jr., same body type, hops and plays good defense. Pause. We need that. We need Solo on our men's league squad. That sounds nice.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Throw him some lobs, get some blocks. That's a nice piece to have on any squad. If you ever come down to Vancouver, we should play some pickup ball. Take him out to downtown, play David Lamkris. Show out.
You're doxing us all around today. You had the Guido barbershop on Lonsdale, giving out all the locations we play at.
That's all good. That's fine. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Hasty says Len should be so much better. It is a shame. Did you ever have high hopes for Len, Chris?
Yeah, I think he was picked pretty high. Rondo probably knows. Rondo's the draft expert. I think he was like top 5, maybe 6th for the Suns. He had some big games because they were tanking and they were giving him minutes. So he had some big games. I think he played for Georgetown or something like that. Maybe some team like that in college. He was really good. So yeah, I had higher hopes for him as well.
Yep.
What I don't remember what school.
Jones says, Wiz, start Len, but give the minutes to Gafford and Lopez. WW Fresh says, is Larry Nance playable, Chris?
Yeah, I don't mind Larry Nance. It's a really good matchup. Probably not going to play him myself, but I think he's fine in tournaments.
Okay. And then Dominate says, best pay up today.
Depends on the site, but I'll say Steph Curry. He's probably the safest option.
Okay. So yeah, last game here, Chris, of the main slate. Warriors against the Kings. Sacramento side, Woodard. I don't know how to say it. Do you know? Woodard?
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's out for them. We got Rashawn Holmes marked as probable. And then Halliburton starting today, so he's our covered boy. Clearly, you have some interest in him. Projected starters, Halliburton, Hield, Harkless, Barnes, and Holmes. I guess I forgot to mention Fox. He's out. Why do you like Tyrese so much today, Chris?
Yeah, Fox is out, so that's why I like Tyrese so much. He's an easy lock on both sides. They said he's going to start for Fox, so he's gonna have the team to himself here. 6'2" on DK, 5'8" on FanDuel, just easy lock. There's really no reason to fade him. No chance I'm going to fade him. So he's the guy for me that I love playing. And then the rest of these guys, they're more viable on FanDuel. So on DraftKings, they're a little more expensive. But on FanDuel, I have interest in all of them. So start with Harrison Barnes, I guess. Barnes is 6.4K on FanDuel, 7.8K on DK. So pretty much unplayable on DraftKings. But on FanDuel, really like that price tag at power forward. So I like him a lot in cash games there, tournaments as well. And then we have Buddy Hield, 6.5K on FanDuel, DraftKings 7.3. So another guy that's more expensive on DraftKings. You don't need to go there. I love him on FanDuel, though. Kind of a last piece at small forward. This is my favorite team to target here with Fox out. So I like him a lot. And then we have another starter in Mo Harkless. He's 4K on FanDuel. He's the guy that kind of fits on both sites because he's 3.8 on DK. So solid price tag for him there. So I don't mind playing him on either site. I'm probably going to be more likely to play him on FanDuel just because on DraftKings we have the Pacers value guys in the front court. So I don't know if I need Mo Harkless there, but he's still a solid play. Definitely don't mind going there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want the starters here. Holmes is coming back today, so we don't have interest in Whiteside. Not really interested in Holmes much either. He's coming back from the hamstring injury, so probably going to be limited. So I don't have interest in him, but the other 4 starters is where I want to target.
Okay. Back on the Len thing, Chris. Fiona Jones says Maryland for Len. And then Rondo says top 5 pick, but a bust.
Yeah.
Beast in college. Hasty says that. Anna's asking about Juan Toscano Anderson, Chris. Any love there?
I mean, we'll talk about the Warriors here.
All right, let's do the Warriors. So Eric Pascal, he's out. Kent Bazemore out. Projected starters: Curry, Mulder, Wiggins, Green, and Kevon Looney. We have got the question about Toscano Anderson, Chris. What are your thoughts on the Warriors here today?
Yeah, so I like the Warriors a lot here. This is our favorite, or probably second favorite matchup after the Wizards this season. They're implied to score 120. The Warriors are, so I like that a lot. It's the reason I like spending up for Steph Curry here on both sites. So Steph Curry's 9.8 on FanDuel, 10.5 on DK. So it's a pretty big difference, but I think he's easily gettable on both sites. I think you can pair Steph with Westbrook on DraftKings. Probably not on FanDuel, but I think on DK it's definitely viable with the value that we have there. So I love him as a spend up. I'm probably 99% going to play him on both sites in cash games. So I like him a lot. He's obviously the priority for me. He's had 2 down games in a row now, but I'm not really concerned about that. Just a really good matchup here against the Kings. So I'm going to just stick with Steph here in this giant implied team total. So I like him a lot. He's my favorite guy. And we have Kevon Looney as a value guy. He's 3.7 on both sites. He's not like a guy that's going to get you a ceiling game, but he's pretty solid. Most likely going to get you 20 plus. He's been playing like around 27 minutes per game ever since Wiseman has gone out. So we do like that minutes floor in this matchup against the Kings. So I like him for value. Toscano Anderson, we had the question about him. I don't really know. Like, this guy's pretty volatile in my opinion. Sometimes he has down games, sometimes he has up games. More of a tournament value option. I don't need it in cash games unless for some reason he ends up starting, which I don't think he will. There's pretty much no reason for him to start. But yeah, more of a tournament value guy if I'm playing him. And then we have Oubre, who's 7K on FanDuel. We mentioned him. DraftKings, he's 6.5. So he's a guy that's a better play on DraftKings where he's cheaper there. Currently landing on him in my cash game lineup, so I like him. Draymond, we had Thomas talk about Mr. Summer 16. Draymond Green here, he is 7.5K on DK, 7.2K on FanDuel, so it's a pretty good price tag for him on both sites. Don't mind getting up to him at power forward either. I mean, all these guys are viable. Jordan Poole is a value guy. Probably prefer Poole a little more than Juan Toscano Anderson. Poole has been playing pretty well. Bazemore's still out. Lee is out. So Poole's going to get some more minutes here. I mean, yeah, all these guys are viable. It's a great matchup against the Kings. Highest implied team total of the slate here. So, yeah, I love the Warriors tonight.
Nice. Solo says, I love how I list all the players who haven't played all year as out. That's my specialty. The night will come when Woodard starts for the Kings, and then we'll know about him. So we always pull up all the guys that we don't know. Doing our homework ahead of time, right, Chris?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, let's see what else. T-Bay says Kevon Looney is the definition of fool's gold. Do not play that man.
I mean, yeah, he is fool's gold, sure, but I mean, he's cheap. That's why we like him.
Yeah. Okay, so I think there's a question here. Manos says Samson or Bertans in cash games, Chris.
Jakar Sampson if it's DraftKings, just because he's 3K. Bertans, I mean, it's probably a FanDuel question because I think Bertans is a similar price tag. Let me see.
Yeah, it is FanDuel.
6. Yeah, honestly, I don't. If you're playing cash games, I can't play any of those guys.
Okay.
But we'll get into the lineups here and we'll talk about some power forwards.
Yeah. WW Fresh says, is Giannis a good play on FanDuel, Chris, or is he too much?
I prefer some other spend ups like Curry, like Brogdon. I just like some other spend ups more than paying up for Giannis here today.
Yeah, because you kind of mentioned more of a mid-range build today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that just because there's not enough, like there's not too many great value pieces, or is it because the mid-range guys are kind of like they're kind of like the value guys as well today?
No, I mean, if we had more value on FanDuel, Giannis would definitely be viable. I was talking about him a lot when we had Ross playing, or when he was questionable, but now he's out, so it's harder to get to Giannis. I like Giannis a lot, but it's just really hard for me to land there today.
Got it. Let's see. Dominate says, are you worried about the Indiana-Orlando blowout for potential Pacer plays, Chris?
I mean, that's actually the closest spread of the entire slate, so I'm not worried about that at all.
So to that, you would say, like if you're confident in that blowout, you should go bet on the props there, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it's going to blow out. Like, back end of a back-to-back here for Indiana. They're depleted as well, so I don't think this game will blow out. But if you do think it blows out, I mean, you can bet on it.
Yep.
And yeah.
Apparently, KD from Rondo here says, geez, KD 50 burger, 25 minutes off the bench. I mean, that's just KD stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, he's beasting.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you stop that man, Chris?
I don't know if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go over the 3 key plays of the day. So first up, overall play of the day. So this is the safest play Chris sees today. Viable in cash and tournaments. It's just the best play. Then the value play that we'll do, and then the tournament play of the day. So let's start with your overall favorite play, Chris, today on FanDuel. Who do you have there today? 3 pillars of the day.
Steph Curry.
Steph. 3 pillars of the day. Royal King corrected me.
Yeah, I'll say Steph Curry.
Yeah, and then who do you have for value today?
Gotta go with cover boy Tyrese Haliburton.
Okay, and then tournament play of the day, Chris. FanDuel, who's your guy?
Tournament play, let me just see real quick. This question always throws me off a little bit. Give me Karis LeVert.
Okay. Let's see. Sean says Jamie Collins going for 95 fantasy points tonight. Book it.
Who?
John Collins. Jamie Collins.
Jamie Collins.
He's got Jamie Collins in there.
Maybe it's some golfer. It sounds like a golfer.
Is it? Do you know him?
No, I don't know who that is.
Ghosty's in here, Chris. He's pumping up the giveaway. We're still doing that. I guess we could do it once for Ghosty if we get there.
Yeah, we could do it once.
Yeah, we don't do it anymore, but I mean, for Ghosty, old time's sake, we can do it here. I think Deshaun, yeah, he means John Collins, I think. So,
maybe if Capella's out, but it's a pretty tough matchup. If Capella's out, sure, but I don't think you need to play him if Capella is in.
Yeah, and then let's see. WW Fresh says, do you like Buddy Hield tonight, Chris?
Yeah, I love Buddy Hield, especially I love him on FanDuel because he's 6.5K over there on DraftKings. He's a little more expensive.
Okay, Sean says Chef Curry. Dominate says Karis LeVert or Brogdon. DFS GPP. I mean, you just said it here, LeVert, right?
Yeah, tournaments LeVert, but cash games I like Brogdon.
Yep. Let's do the same thing on DK, Chris. So your overall play of the day there. Who do you have?
Overall play, I'll go with Haliburton here because we have another value guy who I like a lot here.
Okay. What about value? Who's your guy?
Jakar Sampson for the min.
Nice. And then tournament play over on DK. Who's your guy today?
I'll say LeVert here once again.
Okay, got that in. Let's go over your cores then. Do we have time to go over the model a bit today, Chris? Play with that?
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, cash cores here, FanDuel. You have Curry, Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Harkless. Just to recap, Chris, why do you like these plays here today so much in cash format?
Yeah, so this is the best game in my opinion. Kings are missing Fox. Warriors are obviously playing against the Kings, so it's my favorite matchup on the slate, my favorite game on the slate. So yeah, my entire core comes from this team. 3 Kings because no Fox, like I said, and then Curry because it's the Kings.
Okay, and then what builds do you want to go over here today? Seeing a bit of a few viable centers here.
Yeah, first 2 builds here.
Okay. There is actually, I'll just mention this because we did have that Giannis question. There is one Giannis build here, Chris. Do you want to just highlight it so we can look over it as well?
No, not really, because I think you need Brogdon in FanDuel cash.
Okay. Okay, let me highlight the differences here. What is this, like a 1v1? 2v2?
Yeah, 2v2 there. So point guards, we have Curry and Brogdon. I think this is a really strong duo and cash games here on FanDuel. So I like these two guys. Shooting guard, Beal. Beal's kind of a last piece guy, even though he's 9'2". But always viable as a last piece spend up in FanDuel cash games just because he's always a little too cheap. So don't mind him here for 9'2". Halliburton, easy lock. Heald locked him in. Harkless locked him in. Barnes, 6'4". I like this price tag a lot for Barnes. I like the matchup as well. So I like Barnes. And then we have this 2v2. Love and Looney versus McDermott and Allen. So this one's pretty close. It's a 0.01 projection difference. So, I mean, anything can happen here. Kind of depends on the Pacers news. So we have to hear about the Doug McDermott injury. He's currently questionable, so we don't know if he's going to play or not. So by default, that puts me on the first team. Kevin Love is the first game of the slate. The McDermott news is 1 hour after, so we don't even know if we're going to get it in time. So, like I said, by default, I think you have to go with the other side, with the Kevin Love side and Kevon Looney. I like the matchup a lot for Love against the Wizards. No Sexton, so more shots for him. Looney, last piece guy, I'm fine with it against the Kings. And then the other side, McDermott, pretty good situation with the guys they're missing, but like I said, he's questionable, so it's hard to play him. And then Jarrett Allen here is 6'1", so I like that price tag a lot. I think if McDermott was confirmed in and Lamb was out, I would like this second side more. But like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to get that news before the slate locks.
Yeah. I think we did have a question about Dougie McDermott. I missed it, but you probably answered it here. So Sean says he did mean John Collins, Chris. He said he has a buddy called Jamie Collins. But I mean, we had some mix-up yesterday. A few of our crunchers. Who did they mix up yesterday? They had like a name, same priced guy. Who was it?
I think it was Keelan Martin from the Pacers. Yeah, Keelan Martin from the Pacers instead of KJ Martin from the Rockets.
Yeah. So people played the wrong Martin there. That was kind of funny, but yeah. What do you have to say about T-Bay, Chris? Or to people like T-Bay who think Kevon Looney is fool's gold? How would you approach that?
Looney is trash. Like, I hate Looney. I don't think he's a good player, but he's playing 27 plus minutes. He's 3-9 in this matchup against the Kings, so that's why I don't mind him. But yeah, I think he's pretty bad as well. I mean, he's solid for his role. He's a screen setter. He's a rebounder. So I don't think he's fool's gold because it's not like he's pretending to be James Wiseman, who's actually fool's gold.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better. DK, Chris. You got Westy, Halliburton, same guy. Curry and Sampson. Why do you like these guys here?
Yeah, so Sampson, because he's 3K here, he's the minimum. He's going to start, so I like him. And then Westbrook, just easier to get to with this Pacers value that we have on DraftKings.
Okay. Let's go over these lineups here. Which ones do you want to go over?
First two here.
Okay. Let's highlight the differences. So I think Oubre, Draymond, anyone
and
else?
Then Brissett, McDermott. So we have Westbrook in both of these. Halliburton, those guys are core, obviously. And then Curry is core. Who else is core here? Jakar Sampson is core. So then we have Goga in both. We have to wait for that news. But I like him a lot if he does play. Looney as well here, 3-7, good price tag. Just talked about why I like him on FanDuel. So then we have this 2v2. Oubre, Brissett versus McDermott, Green. So projection difference here is pretty big. First side obviously is 1.7 points higher, so that's a big difference there. Makes me like the first side off the jump. And then McDermott is questionable, so same sort of thing as FanDuel. I'd rather just stick with the first side. If we get news on the other one, we can always swap, just because fewer guys lock from, or actually we have no one that locks from the first game other than Westbrook here. So going into the Pacers game, the only guy that's going to be locked here is going to be Russell Westbrook. So there's going to be a bunch of flexibility here, unlike FanDuel. So this one's still up in the air, but I like the first side a lot more as of now.
Okay. Lamano says, struggling with the center, cash center. Hope Wendell doesn't go off, Chris. What would you say to that?
I don't think Wendell is going to be crazy popular. I would not worry about that. I would worry more about someone like Jarrett Allen, who I think is going to be the chalkiest center on the slate on FanDuel.
Okay. And then question from Deshaun. He says, Allen or John Collins, FanDuel?
Allen or John Collins. They're different positions, so it's kind of hard to say. I'll say Jarrett Allen.
Okay, and then let's go over I think World King said he was excited for, which one is it? The single game slate here? I think it's this one, Golden State, Sacramento. Do you want to go over that one, Chris, or after hours?
We can go over that one. Let's see it.
Okay. Let's see. Sol's asking Brima from the Pacers, Chris.
Who?
Brima.
Who?
Amida Brima. That we opened him up yesterday from Ghana.
Did he play? Is he even in the player pool?
Who? Let's see. No.
Does he mean Brissett?
Well, Brima's not even here, but maybe.
Brima didn't play yesterday either, so I'm not sure about that one.
But yeah, this is the one World King wanted to go over, Chris. MVP, Steph Curry, 100% here. Not really sure like who else could possibly beat Curry. Like if there was someone, would it be either like Green or Halliburton? Or like I can't really see that happening either.
Yeah, I think you got to lock in Curry there. I actually like going Halliburton over Draymond here, though. I think Halliburton is going to have a big game. He's probably my second favorite player from this slate, projection-wise. So I would put Halliburton at the start, Curry at the MVP, and then play around with the rest of the stuff.
Is there anyone you'd consider fading maybe to go different? Like I agree with you here. I would do Halliburton here. Sorry, I would do Curry, MVP, Halliburton at the start over Green. Would you consider fading anybody here?
Rashawn Holmes coming back from the injury, but yeah, probably Rashawn Holmes. That's the only guy.
Okay. Let's go over the Rondo says they just signed Brima. I don't think he's in the player pool though. Or at least we don't have him. Do you know if he is, Chris?
I don't think he matters anyways.
Yeah. I think I'm with you. Dominate says, what about Darius Garland, Chris?
Yeah, I like Garland a lot in tournaments. I don't think you need him in cash games, but he's probably fine as the last piece in cash games with no Sexton.
Okay. And then let's go over this model stuff. So this is going to be coming soon, guys. I'm excited for this one. Let's just build 20 off the bat here on FanDuel. Hopefully the projections are synced up here. Should be good though. Let's take a look. So as with any tournament settings here, best way to do it is just to do the default build off the bat, see what happens, and then adjust like a setting by setting, and then go from there. So that's kind of my favorite way. I think that's your favorite way as well, Chris. Should we favorite some of these just to see where things change? First 3 or 5?
We can do the first 3.
Okay. Sean says thoughts on Wright Kings, DeLon Wright, Chris?
Yeah, I don't mind DeLon either, but I think I prefer 4 other Kings ahead of him. That's why I'm not really on him. But yeah, I don't mind him.
Yeah, Hasty says, I was saying this yesterday. Hasty, love to hear. He says, fun to see Mike James back in the league. He killed in the Drew League. Should be a chucker. Yeah, he loves to shoot. He's fun to watch. But I guess if his role is more limited, maybe he's going to be a bit more confined. But if he's unleashed, I think he's a fun player to watch for sure. What should we do here, Chris? Let's go to the projections here.
Yeah, move your camera a little bit.
Oh yeah. Should we try this out? Like, what is this? I haven't used this yet. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably just.
So this will show us players who have over a certain amount of fantasy points per minute in like however like if you put this to 10 out of 10, people who had over 0.9 fantasy points per minute in all of the last 10 games they played. Like you can see it here, like Curry, for example, Westbrook, guys like that. You can see Beal, Brogdon, and Levert. They have not hit that in all of their last 10 games. But if you do like 7, you can see Beal has hit it. So it just means hit it or not hit it with the up or down. And then I think over here is like, this is more of a, I think if you have it at 0, it won't do anything for the build. But so 0 players with lower value allowed, I'm guessing this just means that it ignores it. But if you put like 1 player, I think it means that all the players will have to be over 0.9 fantasy points in 7 of their last 10 games. And only one guy can be less than that in your lineup builds.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So yeah, this is kind of some like advanced stuff. I'm not sure like how viable it is, but do you want to try this out, Chris, today, or do you want to stick to the other ones?
We can try it just to see what we get.
Okay. Still answer the question. If you guys have questions, we can go over them now as well while we do this. Let's see. Turner asks, do you like Harkless over Looney, DK Cash?
That's kind of tough. They're both the same player to me, in my opinion. I'd probably say Looney. I don't know.
Kevon Looney. Yeah, I'd probably do that too. Fresh says, is Danilo in play or not, Chris?
Not unless he's starting.
Okay. And then let's just try this one out first, Chris. What should we set it at?
Let's try 1.
1. Okay. And then how many games, Chris? So 0 out of 10 means everyone hits it because, yeah, you can see it here. Should we do 10 games, 5 games, more recent, or what?
Let's do 5 out of the last 5.
So all 5 out of 5?
Yeah.
Are there enough players even?
Well, we only have 1 guy. Now you have 0, so now it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see how this works. So this should mean we get the same lineups that we had before, right? Unless projections changed. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it looks like it's right. I guess projections slightly changed here, but so if we do it, what do you want to set this at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at that third team with Giannis. That team looks nice as well. Spend down at Bacon, go up to Giannis. Instead of Healed, you get Oubre. Yeah, I like that team as well. Obviously, all these teams project very closely within 0.7, 0.6 fantasy points here, so I actually like this Bacon team.
Yeah, because we did have that Giannis question, so there you go.
So I think if you're playing Giannis, I like this team a lot because we saw that team before with Giannis and Neto. I said I didn't want to fade Brogdon. This one has Brogdon as well, so I do like this team with Giannis a lot.
Nice. Hasty says, advanced settings super crazy. We are in the Matrix now. Super cool. That's funny. King says, out of those 2 lineups on FanDuel, which one would you consider for tournaments? I'm guessing the second one with Jarrett Allen, because Looney, woozy face, Chris.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And then also you have McDermott, who's questionable, so he's going to have lower ownership. So yeah, I'll say the Allen one or this Giannis one that just popped up.
Okay, and then for this setting, Chris, how many players should we do here?
Let's try 9.
Wait, 9? I don't think you can do 9.
Let's see what happens.
I think 8's the highest one that you can set here.
Let's do 8.
Is it even going to work? Like, I haven't tested this out yet, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's definitely been players who've hit a fantasy point per minute, I think, in the last 5 games.
So 8 players, how many players in the lineup? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
yeah, so now this Giannis build that we were just talking about is first, because obviously the other one had some other guys like K Love, some other guys. So I like this Giannis build actually.
Is the setting working though? How you see it? Like, have all these guys hit 1 fantasy point per minute in all 5 of their last games?
Well, it's probably an average of their. Do you know if it's an average of their minutes and like total minutes and total points, or is it
per game?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
What does it look like to you? Like, is there anyone here that stands out that we could check?
Not really. I mean, all these guys have been crushing. We just got Chetty starting for Sexton, so it might be a Chetty day. I'm not sure his price tag. Let me see.
Ooh, I like that.
Chetty 3-1 on DK, so looking like a lock over there.
3-6
FanDuel 3-6, so looking like a great play.
Nice. Let's just go over this a bit more, because should we leave this one today for this model that we're doing just for today?
Yeah, let's not do 8 though. Let's do 5.
Wait, sorry, do what?
Instead of 8 players, do 5 or 4.
Let's do 4. Oh, so this means you'll actually have more players who hit that, right? The lower you put it. Got it. Makes sense. So I just did 5. Let's see 4. So this will have more guys who actually hit 1 fantasy point per minute. Yeah. What does this look like?
So pretty similar. Lots of Aaron Holiday.
Has he been on crushing it, or is he just like
What did you do? What setting did you put?
4?
Just that? Just that's it?
Yep.
Aaron Holiday. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What do we have him projected for here? Just click on any team.
8.69. Maybe he's just like a value piece here.
So this is kind of weird because it probably wasn't working before when you did 8. Just because, I mean, now we're getting probably 4 people who have hit that, and then to fit those 4 guys, we're getting these random plays. So probably Westbrook has hit that, obviously. Giannis, Garland, he's been on fire. Yeah, so when it was 8, it wasn't working.
Okay, so we got to fix this. Let's see 3 out of 5. Is this a bit better? No Aaron Holiday now, so I think there's a bit more slack here because 5 out of 5 is quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bogey, he's been on a tear as well, so yeah, I don't mind this. Let's go to our other settings though. Let's see those.
Reset this one, put it to 0.
Yeah, put it to, yeah.
So just to double check, that should give us the old. Yeah. Okay, so with these ones, let's see the other model settings. So I mean, this one doesn't actually change the PFP. This is just looking at trends and then fitting those trends into your builds. But yeah, we do have to test it a bit more, figure it out. Also, I kind of want to check if this is like total minutes divided by fantasy points, or if it's fantasy points per minute in each game, and then if it's 5 out of 5, it gets them. Because I think that's a little different. Those two would be a bit different. But which ones do you want to do here today, Chris, to try out?
Let's do 25 to all. Let's see what we get.
And then how many games?
5. That's what we normally do.
5 here too?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is still cool because you can actually see these trends here. Like, even if you're not using it, I think that's pretty cool. All these different trends that we'll have here. So you can see like 4 out of 5, or should you just put 5 out of 5?
I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty big difference, right?
Yeah. Like, what do we have? We just have Westy, Capella. Like, there's not too many guys who do that.
Garland.
Yeah. 4 out of 5. There's quite a few guys who have been playing well. But yeah, should we build with this one?
Yep.
Let's see what we get. So yeah, we're not getting any of the old favorite lineups here anymore. What are the biggest differences here? Because I'm like favoring Wendell quite a bit.
Yeah, Wendell, Herder pretty much in every lineup now. More Westbrook, because obviously he's always playing out of his mind.
More Kings.
More Giannis. No, not more Kings, probably less Kings. Some other Warriors, like more Draymond, more Oubre, more Juan T. So yeah, some Poole as well.
What do you think of this one for tournaments?
I don't love it. I mean, I don't feel great about that much Kevin Herder.
Yeah. You want to do a bit more, or should we wrap it up?
It doesn't matter to me. You're the one that uses this, so what do you normally do?
I just play around with it, see what I like. But I want to build one with you that you would like in tournaments, Chris. So maybe let's do a bit more. What adjustments do you want to make here?
Well, let's see what's bumping Kevin Herter up a lot.
So you want to see, so let's see. It's not so much this one. I mean, he's already 5.1 value, right?
That one bumped him down.
Yeah, so it's not that one.
This one bumps him up.
Yeah, it's probably one of these, both of these.
Yeah, let's get rid of the point per minute one then, and let's run it without that.
Should we put it less or just get rid of it?
No, the other one, the point per minute one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Keep the other one at 5 and 25.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, so we were actually playing with that setting wrong at the bottom of the trend. It says players with lower value allowed. So when we set it to 8, it meant that 8 players were allowed. If we set it at 5, it means only 5 players are allowed. If we set it at 1, only 1 player is allowed. Do you get it?
Wait, one player who doesn't hit this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the lower you set this, the more strict this is.
Yeah, we were doing it the opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah, here, so with this one, Chris, I think we're getting two out of the 3 that we had with the default projections. So this is probably more aligned with the regular projection. So yeah, less herder here than before. What's the difference for you here that you're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting better plays today, in my opinion. We're getting a lot of Halliburton again. Pacers guys at point guard with Curry, a little bit less of Westbrook. Lots of Okiki, lots of centers, Carter and Looney. So yeah, I like this one more for sure.
And then if we were to throw in the other setting here, now that you know the difference, what could we try here? One last one, maybe. Leave it at 1.
EFP. Let's set it. Well, I don't know if we do it too strict. We're just gonna get the studs in here. So that's the problem with this one. It doesn't really make a difference. It just means that we're gonna get more studs.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to handle it.
Okay, so just leave it then. You like this one here?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to play around with it a lot because, like I said, if we set it to 1.2, we're gonna get a lot of when we set it to need 4 guys, we were getting Curry, Westbrook, Giannis, so we were getting ugly guys like Holiday, a few other guys as well.
Let's just try it. Like, what should we try it at? One try.
Let's do like 5 out of the last 10, and then let's do 4 players.
I feel like it's not going to be as ugly if you have like more loose definitions here, like 5 out of 10, as opposed to like 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5 or 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, I think it still will be because this is very high. Let's see.
1.2 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
You can see all the guys here. I mean, you still get Broglin here. Capella, Beal, Curry. I can't see Giannis. We got to fix that. Westy.
Yeah, and then under that you don't get anyone. So it's all the studs.
Yeah.
So we're getting. I mean, I don't mind this. Like we're getting Curry, Westbrook, Beal. And then for value, we're getting like Gafford, Toscano, Anderson. But the thing is, you can just look at the projected total of these teams to kind of tell the difference. So with the other builds, we were getting around, I think, 315, and the top build here is 305. So we're losing 5 projection points by doing this, or sorry, 10 projection points by doing this. But yeah, that's kind of how you could tell how it's looking.
Oh, it's actually, yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. So I'll play around with that more, see what I got today. But yeah, excited.
We got Capella in, so don't need any of the Hawks guys, I don't think.
Nice. Yeah, as I was saying, excited for this to be fleshed out a bit more, and so you guys have access to this. I think it'll be pretty cool. I've been using it the last few days, so it's a lot of fun. Quick questions here, Chris, before we wrap it up. Sean says, would y'all go Collins or Draymond?
Collins or Draymond? Give me Draymond.
Okay, and then Fresh says, yeah, he says here, do you like Draymond tonight, Chris?
Yeah, don't mind Draymond at all. That's my favorite team on the slate.
Okay, and then housekeeping here, I'll go over it now. First up, our website, dfscrunch.com, so the optimizer we've been using here throughout the show. If you want to try us out, there is a free trial, so if you're a new member, you don't have to pay even, so you can just get a free account here. Go to our site, dfscrunch.com, link is also in the description. So any subscription you choose here, anything you set up, automatically you'll get the first 3 days, so 72 hours from when you sign up, it will be free. First charge for whatever subscription you choose will be done after 72 hours, so you can cancel anytime before then, and you won't be charged at all, and you get full access during that trial. So definitely check that out. Take advantage of the free trial if you have not already. Got lots of sports here. FanDuel, DraftKings, all the different slates for those sports. So today NBA, we already missed a few, but it looks like there's probably like around 10 here today. So lots of stuff to keep you busy. Check it out. Projections are super sharp. Optimize is awesome. You also get access to our Discord community here. So make sure you join the Discord if you're on that trial, or if you're a member and you're not in there. It's a great place to ask questions after the show. So make sure you join the Discord. It's part of all the value that you get here. The community is key. Other stuff, before you go on YouTube, be sure to hit actually you don't have to, but if you enjoy the content, we do appreciate the thumbs up. Helps us grow. And then if you enjoyed the content, found some value here today, make sure to subscribe with the bell button and all. That way our show will show up at the front of your YouTube every day we go live. So we do the same format that we did today here every single day, weekends. Today's Sunday, so we do it weekends, holidays, weekdays. If there's an NBA slate, we'll be doing the show. So direct access to Chris's mind over here. He's a solid DFS guy, one of the top players in the industry, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of guys would agree. Some guys might disagree, but those are the haters. But he knows his stuff. He's super sharp. So direct access to him. Get your questions asked and answered. So that's always going to be free. So that's insane value. So make sure you come back here again. Other stuff, more comments here. Chris King says, so many lineups to choose from. Head is blown, mind blown. Big Buckets, that's a good name. He says, do you like Kennedy instead of Bacon, Chris?
I don't love it. I like Chetty a lot for value. So, if you want to get the latest teams, I think there's definitely going to be some changes with the Chetty value that we got going up against the Wizards. He's starting for Sexton. So, be sure to sign up, get the updated projections, all that good stuff. Like you said, there's a trial. So, it's definitely viable. Definitely valuable, especially on a slate like today where we got this late news. Every
slate. DFS is a grind. Play every day. It's a lot of fun, especially with a good community. It makes it even more fun. I enjoy playing it a lot more with this community here. So that's kind of like a nice surprise with building DFS Crunch. The community is awesome here. Got Roll King says good luck. Hasty says good luck. Mano says first day here, loved it, appreciate it. Turner says good luck. Hasty says Chris has a nice jump shot too. Bucket says thanks. Any closing remarks from you, Chris?
I hope everyone has a solid day. Thanks for watching. Hopefully everyone has a good one.
Yeah. Like Chris said, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate all the chat here. Everyone, even our boy Mikey, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll be in the Discord, so if you have more questions, come hang out there. And we'll see you guys all tomorrow, and good luck today, guys.